All right, today we are going to work on section 2.2 and 2.3. We're going to combine them together because all this is solving inequalities using addition and subtraction, that's 2.2, and multiplication and division is 2.3. And since this is so very similar to solving equations with just the little bit that you learned in section 2.1 with the open and closed circle and the direction of the shading, we figured we can combine it all into one note video. So here we go. So when you solve these inequalities, you are using the same properties of inequalities that you use for your properties of solving equations. Okay, so when you see b minus 2, the way you get it to the other side is you add 2. So this is b is, we know that sign is greater than, negative 9 plus 2 is negative 7. So solution in words, I'm just going to talk through this so that we don't write it all down. This would be b, the solution, b, has to be greater than negative 7. So the values that are greater than negative 7, negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, all the way to your positive numbers as well. You'll notice on this graph there is no numbers. There are no numbers. Okay, we need to make our numbers. The numbers that I always want you to have is 0, and then I want you to have the value that you solved for, so negative 7's over here, and I also want you to have positive 7. Now I realize my spacing is off, but as long as you label it, it's okay for this purpose, okay? So b is greater than negative 7, so that is an open dot at negative 7. And then you shade the values that are greater than negative 7. So negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, all those values are to the right. And make sure your line is thick. You also can go up to your pen and make it a thicker width. That's a cool trick with when we have one note. Okay? Well, we went from A to D. Oh, here, it's going down. That would make more sense. Letter B. I have 5 is greater than or equal to y plus 8. So I need to get this 8 to the other side, so I'm going to subtract it. And I'm left with negative 3 is greater than or equal to y. Now, the variable's on the other side on this one. That's okay. I think you can leave it this way if it works for you. My brain doesn't work this way, so I always have to flip it around. Okay, and what I mean by that is when you want the variable on the left-hand side, not only do you have to flip the order, you also have to flip the sign. Okay, so that's something different with equations. So instead of negative 3 is greater than or equal to y, y would be less than or equal to negative 3. Those are equal statements. Okay, this statement is equal to this statement. I just find this one easier to graph. It just makes more sense in my brain. Okay, so y is less than or equal to negative 3. This would be 0, positive 3, and negative 3. That one's actually equal spacing. Since it's less than or equal to, it's a closed dot. And the values that are less than or equal to negative 3 are to the left. So that is letter B. C, I have to do some combining of like terms. So I see negative 5z plus 6z. I also see 3 plus 6. So let's go ahead and rewrite this inequality. So this would be 18. Negative 5z plus 6z is z. And this is greater than 3 plus 6, which is 9. Okay, solving this one, get the 18 to the other side. And z is greater than 9 minus 18, which is negative 9. Once again, when you graph, start with 0, the negative version of the number, the positive version of your solution. You can make your marker thicker. You probably don't want to do that until you do your dot, or it might be hard. So z is greater than negative 9, so the values that are greater than negative 9 are to the right. So that's that. Let's scroll back up to D and E. I want to circle these because at the end you're going to come back and do these on your own. Okay, you're going to do D and E on your own after the video. F I'm going to do with you because it's a little weird. This minus a negative, remember minus a negative is really plus. So t minus a negative 13 is really t plus 13. So this is negative 6 is greater than t plus 13. You're going to subtract 13 from both sides, which gives you negative 19 is greater than t. Remember that order messes me up, so if you want to flip it around, not only do you have to flip the order, you also have to flip the sign. So negative 19 is greater than t is the same thing as saying t is less than negative 19. 0, positive value of the number, negative value of the number. It is an open dot because it's less than. The values that are less than negative 19 are to the left. Now let's do some word problems. These are good. I like these. You need to remember your basic area formula. So remember the basic area of a triangle is equal to base times height divided by 2. And the basic formula of a rectangle is length times width. Those are the only two we're going to need today. So this says the area is less than, oops, I meant for that to be a highlighter. The area is less than 42 square meters. So that means the area of this triangle has to be less than 42. So base times height divided by 2 is x times 6 divided by 2, which is really 6x divided by 2, which is 3x. Okay, so 3x is the area of this triangle, and it has to be less than 42. So 3x is less than 42. To solve it, divide both sides by 3. And 42 divided by 3, I wrote this in my notes, is 14. So one possible solution, it's asking you what is one value that would make that inequality statement true. Okay, 13 is less than 14, 12 is less than 14. Notice I did not start that list with 14. 14 is not less than 14. Okay, 14 would make that statement false. Okay, so any number, oops, skipped around, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, could it be possible solutions for that? All right, let's look at the second one. The area is greater than 12 square inches. So that means length times width, which is 2x, is greater than 12. Divide both sides by 2. X is greater than 6. So possible solutions for this, numbers that are greater than 6, 7's greater than 6, 100's greater than 6, 428 is greater than 6. Okay, it could be any number that is greater than 6. Once again, 6 is not greater than 6, so that could not be a solution for that one. This one looks a little complicated. All it is a triangle and a rectangle added together. So if this right here is 4 and this whole thing is 8, that means this is 4. If this is x, this is also x. Okay, so our triangle is base times height, which is 4 times x divided by 2, which is 2x. And my rectangle is length times width, which is 4 times x. Okay. So basically we're going to take the triangle and we're going to add it to the rectangle and then combine our like terms. So 2x plus 4x is 6x. Okay, so that whole shape is 6x. So the area is less than, so 6x is my area, is less than 18 square centimeters. Divide both sides by 6. X is less than 3. So possible solutions for this, numbers that are less than 3 is 2 and 1. 0 wouldn't work here and negative numbers wouldn't work here. So your only real possible solutions are 2 and 1 for that problem. All right, let's move on to section 2.3. I know it says work with a partner, but here we are on video. We'll be okay. Let's fill out this table quickly to see if you can see the pattern. So we're going to take this first inequality and, oops, I didn't mean to highlight that, and do what it says. So we're going to add 3 to both sides. So if I add 3 to 1 is less than 4, that is like saying 4 is less than 7 And is 4 less than 7? That's true. Okay, we're going to try to see what happens here in a second. Negative 4 is less than 6. Subtract 3 from both sides would mean negative 7 is less than 3. That's also still true. Okay, negative 1 is less than 5. We're going to multiply both sides by 2. So that would mean negative 2 is less than 10. Still a true statement. Negative 3 is less than 3. We're going to multiply both sides by negative 2. So that would mean negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6. 6 is less than negative 6. Now, hold on. 6 is not less than negative 6. Okay, so that is a false statement. We're going to come back to it in a second. Just write false for now. Negative 2 is less than 10. I'm going to divide both sides by positive 2. So this negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Is negative 1 less than 5? Yeah. And then 2 is less than 8. Divide both sides. I know it says negative 3, and I'm not sure why that says that. Let's change it to negative 2 so we get whole numbers. Divide both sides by negative 2 gives me negative 1 is less than negative 4. Negative 1 is not less than negative 4, so this is a false statement. So I had two false statements. I had this one was false, and this one was false. Okay, so what about those do they have in common? So what specific action when I multiplied by negative 2 and when I divided by negative 2, it ended up being false. Okay. Without changing the action, what could I do to the inequality to make it true? So my original one was 6 is less than negative 6. Do you agree if I just flip this sign around, that's a true statement? Is 6 greater than negative 6? Yes. Okay, let's see if it works for the other one. Negative 1 is less than negative 4. That was my false statement. So if I change this around, is negative 1 greater than negative 4? Yep. Okay. So summarize what I learned. When you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must flip the sign to make the inequality true. Okay. Now, when I multiply or divide by a positive number, you don't have to do anything. That was okay. The only time it was false is when I was multiplying or dividing by a negative number. Okay, so when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must flip the sign. How am I doing on time? Oh boy, 13 minutes. I got to get this done by 15, so you're going to do some of these on your own. First one, divide both sides by 6. Positive 6. I'm dividing by a positive number. You do not have to flip anything. So this is x is less than negative 5. It is an open dot at negative 5. The values that are less than negative 5 are to the left. Okay, let's look at this one. Divide both sides by negative 16. You are dividing by a negative number. The sign needs to flip. So negative 48 divided by negative 16 is negative 3. So I have negative 3 is now greater than or equal to f. And now here's the tricky thing. Now your things are on the wrong side again. So in order to get f on the right side, the correct side I should say, you have to flip the order and yep, you guessed it, flip that sign right back. That's a tricky one. So f is less than or equal to negative 3. That's a closed dot. The values that are less than or equal to negative 3 are to the left. Go ahead and do these 4 on your own. And I'm going to skip down and do these word problems since I only have 20 seconds left. All right, you are $9.50 per hour at your summer job. Per hour, X is the amount of hours you work. You need to make $247. So you need to have greater than or equal to $247 in order to pay your bill. Okay, so divide both sides by 247, and x is greater than or equal